live above the shop in an apartment and just come down, and I'm down here working ever before I open the store. Wow. So what I'm wanting to do is show you guys a quick and efficient means to finishing out a knife handle with a 2x72 and not requiring any hand sanding at all. Now what I started with are some 1 inch by 1.5 by 5 or 5.5 inch. Guess I should measure it to find out for sure. Blocks of Purple Heart and Bloodwood. These are some of my favorite woods to use, along with the Cody. I've got a lot of favorites, but these were some from my last batch. In fact, I've got 3 left that I'm going to have to get handled up here. Handled up and turned into handles. These have been drilled and burnt through with what I refer to as a faux tang, or and let me show you what that is. That's a piece of metal like this rebar right here that's just been forged out into approximate dimensions of a tang, and then it is heated and it is burnt through. Some of you probably got turned on by that. If so, it happens. So in this case, I used this quite a bit yesterday. It's got some scale and stuff built up on it. And I was just doing a video on doing poured pewter pommels. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is actually the knife I just finished out in the video. And you can see that it still has some linseed oil on the handle. But I poured the pommel here. And this started as one of those blocks of wood. Now, in most cases, I'll do multiple coats. But the finish on this handle is an oil finish. I'm going to show you how to shape that quickly, efficiently, and effectively. Those were probably kind of saying the same damn thing over with different words, using different terms. This is one I did previously. It was on a Facebook Live video. Try to get as many followers as I can. So people, if you would, like and subscribe. You can see me on TV. You can see me on Forged and Fire. You can see me on Master of Arms. We only ran one season of that on Discovery, but it'd be cool if they brought it back. Just saying. But this is another Bowie knife I did with a Bloodwood handle, which I really like Bloodwood, and that's what I'm going to be working over here. Yeah, big Bowie knives. Kind of did a drop point on that one. So my goal today is to finish out at least 3 knives. That's 3, right? It could identify as 4 just by a man who lost a finger. Hopefully I don't lose a finger. So what I'm going to do, let me just walk you through this process real quick. This is my knife and guard setup, and I have taken a block of Bloodwood. This one says it's Udwood because I cut off the bleu part of it, and this fits down rather nicely. This is exposed. This is where I'm going to do the poured pewter pommel, or if you don't do poured pewter, maybe you just want to add a pommel or a butt cap, or please don't leave it like that. That's kind of terrible. So I'm going to show you how to do a hidden tang handle really quick. Now, do you see that this still has saw marks, still has wax on it? You can see the ridges. I mean, they're deep enough. I can feel them on here. I'm going to go ahead and put my blade over here to the side and move my JB weld and all that I was using to fit up the handles, because once I get done here, I have to buddy across the street. Oh, Bloodwood right there. So how do you do that with a 2x72 grinder? Well, a lot of people think that you've got to polish and polish and polish. If you get your handle too polished, it's going to be too slick. I'll let you know that. So we're going to be using a Scotch-Brite belt and a worn 40 grit. Can you get that? Yes, you can. Part of it is get you a serrated contact wheel. For those of you who aren't sure what a serrated contact wheel is, it looks like this. So I'm going to take You can see I've already been using this one. This is a 36 or 40 grit. I don't remember which, but a coarse grit. This is a used zirconium. When the economy gets bad, that's when I start leaning towards zirconium and instead of my ceramics. And if you ever see me using aluminum oxide and heavy grit belts, you know that things are rough. Eye protection is important. I can't see real great up close with these, so I'm going to get some goggles. And you should realistically probably wear something to protect your sinuses, your lungs, a respirator of some sort. But I have a problem wearing a mask because of some anxiety issues and asthma, so I have problems breathing at that point. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this going. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking off the rough material. Once more, be sure to like and subscribe. I need as many followers as I can get. First thing I do, I take off those saw marks so I don't get something formed that goes, I go, oh, this still has saw marks. Although this can be a cool look too. Uniform textures and overall theme on a piece make it flow together. It can be hammer marks, it can have forge scale, it can have saw marks. You just have to make it flow right. Okay, so now I have my sides cleaned up. This is reasonably kind of, it doesn't look level because I've got this turned to the side. But this is at a reasonable point for me to go ahead and start breaking hard edges. Hard edges are going to be here. Do hard edges, contouring, address hot spots, and then we go with the surface conditioner. Keep in mind, we're at a 40 grit, worn 40 grit. We got a nice shine right here. Part of it is because that's a rated contact wheel. Okay, you ready? So in cross section, you can see how I've removed that edge. Pretty quick right there. Treston Miller, thank you. I'm planning on doing some more soon. I've got some coming up. Lever action shotguns, I think I got 3 to show. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and break this edge now. Okay. Now, definitely not even. I can go ahead and roll over the top. Now this fits in my hand a little bit better. It's a good start. Next, we're going to break edges here, but we're going to scallop it in, and then I'm going to start blending that together. So first, I'm going to do top. Okay, so you see how we're going to fit in here. Also, on the gun videos, I actually took my Glock off. It's over there right now because I was getting it full of sawdust. I'm sure it'll work fine, but just in case. So now I'm going to do the bottom portion. Still kind of blocky. Now, we're going to take these scoops out here on the side and we're going to remove that center area, keeping in mind where your channel is. We're going to make that conform a little bit better, okay? So, coming on the top. Scoops in. Now we're going to do it here. Okay, starting to see how this is coming together. All right, next I'm going to recut my beveling, my fastening, if you will, on the sides here, and then I'm going to start blending everything together. Each time I'm grabbing this, I'm feeling and acknowledging it's going, okay, I need to remove what area. That part has been recut. Feels a little better. Still hot spots, of course. And now you can continue to do this without rounding it and make it look pretty cool and be reasonably comfortable. But at this point, now I'm going, I can't hold that. There are some hot spots or some sharp edges. Let's break those. Feeling a lot better right there. And there you have it, it's contoured. Now, I'm going to clean this up up a little nicer. So we're going to go to a surface conditioner belt or Scotch-Brite. This is not Scotch-Brite brand, so I'm saying surface conditioner. We kind of use those terms interchangeably. Now, keep in mind that you may be saying the handle's a little short. This is going to have a pommel added to it, so you're going to have that additional. Now, I like this because it fits between my fingers pretty good. Someone with extremely small hands might fit it here more like a kukri, but for me and for people who have normal size hands, because my hands are small, this should accommodate the first finger quite well. All right, so now if you want to clean this, we do keep belt dressers around, and they do work pretty well for that. So let me go ahead. Slide that. And now we're going to blend it all together. All right, now feel for hot spots. This one's pretty good. Third one I've done this morning. Notice slack grinding so that even though this is forgiving here, I want to get, I don't want to cut in here as much. So I'm over slacking instead of under slacking. This hits me in the chest. It's not going to feel nice, but it's not a blade. Now, if you have a VFD where you can reverse this, go in the other direction, much better idea. And then I'm going to come in here. So I would normally go ahead and oil this to show you what I've got going on. The reason I'm not going to oil this before assembly is because, one, I still have adhesives, some JB Weld that I'll be putting on this to seal this and to move this. And I'll also be doing a poured pewter pommel on this. Now, if I put oil on it, the HVAC tape's not going to work too well for it. But it gives you an idea that now, essentially, aside from oiling this, once this is affixed by whatever means you would choose to, and if you were going to do, not going to have the tank completely pass through, of course, this end could be closed, or you maybe have a threaded pommel, whatever you choose to do, whatever you like, whatever your preference is, or more importantly, the preference of your customer. This could be epoxied and or pinned. I recommend a mechanical fastener of some sort. Um, but there you have essentially a handle that's finished enough that you can oil it and call it good. Let me put this in the vise actually. So once you get to this point, it's a few more steps, as you can see in one of my other videos, to get to this point. Or to get to that point, if you're using purple heartwood. There you go. I used a worn, let's say 36 grit. It's a 36 or 40 zirconium, and a very worn, I'm getting ready to throw away, surface conditioner to do that right there. No hand sanding at all. All with I think that's a 10-inch contact, serrated contact wheel on a non-variable speed grinder. Pretty simple, effective, efficient. Guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share this out on social media. I appreciate the following. Leave comments if you like. Catch you in a few. Oh, come up here. I hate trying to end these because I never know what button to push. Later.